All right, shall we get started? All right. Welcome back, everyone, to day 2 of the conference. We're still having a few people coming in, but let's get started on time. I hope you all enjoyed the day 1 of the conference yesterday, and you enjoyed the lucky, nice weather of November in Boston. And I'm going to spend a few minutes just to go over a few key points of the talks from yesterday for people who couldn't join us. And today is on the record. Take as much as pictures you want to take. Yesterday was off the record. But let's get started. So we are here at the 3rd event of the Biomarkers of Aging Consortium. The first one was at the Buck Institute. Sure. The first one was at the Buck Institute, December 2023. And we had to close early because we reached the capacity at 250, and that was the fire hazard capacity. Earlier this year, we hosted a joint event, a joint symposium at the NIA. It was a hybrid event, and 375 people joined. And this year, we had to also close early at 450 registration, which is all thanks to you. And it shows the growing interest in the field. And today is the day 2, but day 1 was designed for the research labs mostly to share their unpublished data and new advances in their labs. So I could just quickly mention a few keywords from every talk, not spoiling them, so you come back next year. Tony told us about his blood proteomics. Water. No worries, if you can find one. Early morning. So Tony told us about blood proteomics and how they predict organ aging and the new data about the validation of these markers using UKB. And his new initiative, Humanome, very cool initiative. Steve told us about everything you want to know about epigenetic aging and showed us some new clocks, including the CPGPT. And all right, right on time, thank you. I shared mostly about the consortium programs, and I introduced the new program of the consortium, which is the longevity study, and we are piloting it right now. And just today, from 7 to 9, we received another 100 samples from the participants. So again, thank you. And we are doing multi-omics on all these samples. David told us about his theory, information theory of aging, and showed some data about reversion of transcriptomic clock and transcriptomic age in his epigenetic reprogramming experiments. And his Eric's younger clone presented cool single cell biomarkers. He couldn't join us, unfortunately. But Alan from his lab joined us. And Jesse, the co-director of the consortium, showed some other work from the consortium and how he's leveraging those for validating biomarkers in organ transplantation, human organ transplantation. George showed us a lot of stuff, so I can't summarize, but he also mentioned about the Moore's law on genetic therapy for aging. And Bjorn showed us some cool work about neuronal aging trajectory and the stochasticity in biomarkers. Jason suggested that we should say goodbye to DNA methylation clocks, not pointing to anyone. But he also showed very cool stuff on the stress acceleration, how stress accelerates aging. And he he also told us about his new center at Broad. And he also suggested that balding guys might be biologically older, which I don't agree. Omar and Jonathan, they had a joint lab, and they also showed some cool data on bioengineering and AI tools to study and measure aging. And Raymond blew everyone away by showing the result of his face age and how in clinical setting, they can predict survival of cancer patients. Mike showed some new data from his continuous work on multimodal longitudinal tracking of aging and ageotyping using his cool cohorts HPOP. And Luigi told us more about measuring mitochondrial function and in the context of aging. And Sarah showed us how she's discovering key principles underlying aging biomarkers using her longitudinal studies and multiple cohorts. And Ricardo also shared his new methodology on DNA imputation and more EPI scores and how they are outperforming proteomic measures. And he also shared the extension of his already large generation Scotland cohort. And Viviana made the day by announcing their plan to fund multi-omics from large cohort study. And it's a long-term plan that you can talk to her more today and while they are here.